Well, once again, here we are at the La Femme Film Festival with Cathy Carey. And, you know, Cathy, one of your films, actually your first film that impressed me so much, was the concept of what do we do and how do we understand what happens when women have breast cancer. And you had a very famous person in that. I guess it was a short. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was called Reflections of a Life, and I had Linda Gray in that film. And it was interesting. Her sister died of breast cancer, as did her grandmother and her great-grandmother, which I didn't know this when she started with me in the film, but she told me about it once we started working on the film together. And it's amazing to me. It became really amazing to me as I took the film out on the festival circuit to discover how many people are touched by breast cancer. Almost everyone I met had a personal experience with it. Either their mother or their sister or a friend of theirs had been touched by breast cancer, and I had no idea it was that widespread.
And this particular film, as I understand it, won a lot of awards.
It did. It won a lot of awards. It was a very touching film.
Which awards?
I won Best Short at a number of festivals, Real Women Festival and the San Francisco Women's Festival and the World Fest in Houston, and Best Actor and Best Musical Score at the Park City Film Festival and the film festival in New York. So it's just, we did very well with the film.
And now we're at the La Femme Film Festival, which really is to empower, as I understand it, women producers, directors, actresses, producers. But how does this compare to the other film festivals, technically speaking?
Well, I love this festival, and I was so glad that I could bring my film here as a world premiere, this second film that I did, Worth.
And the name of that film?
Worth.
Work. Yes, we all have to work.
No.
Worth.
Worth.
Ah, so what's life worth? And a little work, put them together and you have worth.
Worth, exactly. I love the idea. I think that I hate the idea of separating the sexes, and I don't want to get too sexist about the whole thing, but I love the idea of empowering women. And I think we all have something to say. I think too often that women's voices are silenced or relegated to the back of the room in this industry, unfortunately, because I think we do have something to say, and I think that our voices should be heard and our stories should be told. And La Femme Film Festival is set to do that. And I love that she has put that festival out there so that we can tell our stories and put our films out in a platform in a way that they can be seen by people and touch people.
When you said she, is there one she or two or three or four?
Well, it's Leslie Lepage is the festival director, and she's the one who's instrumental in putting this whole festival on, and I think she deserves a lot of credit for putting this all together.
Let's talk a little bit about not politics, but certainly about health and the importance of health. And so many women today, actually people in our society, kids too, really don't take care of their health. And as a result, because of the fast food market, things have really changed. From your point of view as a woman who has to take care of her body and take good care of yourself, because you're in front of the camera as well as back of the camera, what are your thoughts about where our society is going in terms of health?
That's an interesting question. I think that we, generally speaking as a society, because everything is getting so fast, we want everything done yesterday, last minute, rush from here to there. We want our food to be at the last minute too. So we're eating fast food this, cook it in an instant, we want it now, we want it done instantly. And it gets us away from what's really healthy of the earth and taking food that Mother Nature made for us and then creating it and cooking it in the way that is the most healthy for us. So the fast food industry won't like me saying this, but the way they prepare the food is not that healthy. There's a lot of fats, there's a lot of frying, there's a lot of shortcuts taken to make the food fast. And the faster you make it, the less healthy it is, in my estimation. The faster it can be prepared, probably the less healthy it is for you. The further away it is from the earth, the less healthy it is for you. So I try to eat food that is as close to the earth as possible. If it grew out of the ground, it's very healthy for you.
If it's green, it's healthy, right?
If you can get it as close to having grown out of the ground as possible, then you're doing even better. And if you have to actually prepare it and cook it at home, you're doing even better than having someone else prepare it for you.
And with that thought, there's a lot of people now that there's a lot of energy drinks on the market. All these people around here are, taking the Red Bulls and so forth. But I think natural drinks are good if you don't have a lot of high fructose, in them, and certainly a lot of sugar and caffeine.
Yeah, water is really the most healthy natural drink there is. Just pure water.
Did you hear that? Pure water. But if you do have to have an energy drink, I think it should be one without a lot of sugar and caffeine, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. That sugar and caffeine is just it's gonna give you energy in the moment, and then you're gonna take a drop.
So if you're gonna have a drink, try to have something on the natural, and we'll talk about Bionic Tonic later. But most importantly, is here we are in Hollywood, where everybody is kind of magnetized towards, and the waitresses working, trying to make it in the business. What's been the hardest situation for you dealing with the negative parts of Hollywood to move into being a professional producer, director, and actress?
Well, there's a certain mindset. People have an idea about you, what you can or cannot do, and they want to impose their ideas on you. And that's always the most difficult thing to deal with, is somebody's preconceived idea of you. Once you get that out of the way, then things are pretty smooth sailing. So I try not to let anyone else's preconceived idea of me influence me at all, and I just go along with my life. If they like what I do, great. If they don't like what I do, that's okay too, because I'm just going to keep doing it anyway. It doesn't matter what they think.
I want to thank you for talking with us today.
Oh, thank you.
From all of us at CSN News, I'm Pete Allman and
Cathy Carey.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Cathy Carey, and the name of my film is Worth. Now, if you're going to drink something, you ought to drink something really natural. If I were you, I'd drink Bionic Tonic.